Hello, friends, and welcome to Stavanger, the Wild West of Norway. For the 24th Sing Out Song Contest, we have a wonderful voting for you tonight. 25 finalists are fighting for one winning position, the right to be the winner of this contest and to host the milestone 25th edition of the Sing Out Song Contest next month. We have 40 countries that are going to vote on these 25 finalists. Let's just get started. The first country to vote is Iceland. We are going to Reykjavik for the results. And now for the top votes from Iceland. Norway, 8 points. Estonia, 10 points. And finally, the first 12 points of the night from Iceland go to Australia. Thank you very much for your votes, Iceland. Next country to vote is Israel. We are going to Jerusalem. And now the top voting results from Israel. Lithuania, 8 points. Belgium, 10 points. And finally, the United States, 12 points. Well, thank you very much for your votes, Israel. The next country to vote is Japan. We are going to Tokyo for their results. And now the top voting results from Japan. Germany, 8 points. Israel, 10 points. And the Republic of Korea, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Japan. Next country to vote is Australia. We are going to Sydney to receive those votes. And now for the top votes from Australia. Sweden, 8 points. The United States, 10 points. And finally, Canada, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Australia. Next country to vote is Egypt. We are going to Cairo for those results. And now the top voting results from Egypt. Iceland, 8 points. Albania, 10 points. And finally, Croatia, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Egypt. The next country to vote is Latvia. We are going to Riga to collect those votes. And now the top voting results from Latvia. Spain, 8 points. Denmark, 10 points. And finally, the Republic of Korea, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Latvia. The next country to vote is El Salvador, so we are going to San Salvador to collect those votes. And now the top results from El Salvador. Norway, 8 points. Canada, 10 points. And finally, Spain, 12 points. Well, thank you very much for your votes, El Salvador. The next country to vote is Croatia, so we are going to Zagreb to hear those votes. And now the top voting results from Croatia. Ukraine, 8 points. The United States, 10 points. And finally, Hungary, 12 points. Thank you very much for those votes, Croatia. The next country to vote is Albania, so we are going to Tirana to hear those votes. And now the top voting results from Albania. Hungary, 8 points. The United Kingdom, 10 points. And finally, Estonia, 12 points. Thank you very, very much for your votes, Albania. Next country to vote is Estonia, so we are going to Tallinn to hear those votes. And now the top voting results from Estonia. Hungary, 8 points. France, 10 points. And finally, Spain, 12 points. Well, we've heard from 10 of our voting countries. That means we're exactly 25% of the way through the votes. And at the moment, we have the United States leading the pack on 41 points. Behind them very closely is Spain in second place on 38 points. In third place at the moment is France on 34 points. In fourth place, also on 34 points, is Canada. And in fifth place at the moment on 32 points is Azerbaijan, with Hungary, Germany, Australia, Ukraine, and Estonia rounding out the top 10. But of course, only 10 of the countries have voted. We have 30 countries left to hear from. So let's keep going with the votes, and the next country to vote is the Republic of Korea. So we're going to Seoul to hear those votes. And now the top voting results from the Republic of Korea. Italy, 8 points. Germany, 10 points. And finally, Japan, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Republic of Korea. The next country to vote is France, so we are going to Paris to hear those votes. And now the top votes from Paris. Estonia, 8 points. Italy, 10 points. And the 12 points from France go to Israel. Thank you very much for your votes, France. The next country to vote is Uzbekistan, so we are going to Toshkent to hear those votes. And the top points from Uzbekistan, 8 points, go to Israel. The 10 points go to Japan. And the 12 points from Uzbekistan go to Brazil. Thank you very, very much for your votes, Uzbekistan. Next country to vote is Lithuania, so we are going to Vilnius for those votes. And now the top votes from Lithuania. Sweden, 8 points. Hungary, 10 points. And finally, the top votes from Lithuania go to the Republic of Korea. Thank you very much for those votes, Lithuania. The next country to vote is Sweden, so we are going to Stockholm next. And now the top votes from Sweden. The United States, 8 points. Denmark, 10 points. And finally, Belgium, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Sweden. Next country to vote is Germany, so we are going next to Berlin. And the top votes from Germany are Italy, 8 points. The United Kingdom, 10 points. And Estonia, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Germany. The next country to vote is Denmark, so off we go to Copenhagen. And now the top votes from Denmark. Sweden, 8 points. Spain, 10 points. And finally, France, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Denmark. Next country to vote is Ukraine, so we are going next to Kiev. Thank you very much. No, I'm not going to thank you yet because you're not done. The top votes from Ukraine, 8 points go to Norway. The 10 points go to Iceland. And finally, top marks, 12 points go to Azerbaijan. Thank you very much for your votes, Ukraine. Next country to vote is the Philippines. Hello, Manila. And now the top voting results from the Philippines. Sweden, 8 points. The United Kingdom, 10 points. And finally, Azerbaijan, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Philippines. The next country to vote is Spain, so we are going to Madrid for those votes. And now the top votes from Spain. Norway, 8 points. Estonia, 10 points. And Germany, 12 points. Thank you very much for your votes, Spain. Well, we've heard from 20 of our 40 voting countries. We are halfway through. And at the moment, the host country, Norway, is leading the scoreboard on 72 points. In second place, we have Azerbaijan on 70 points. Germany is in third place on 65 points. Spain in fourth place on 62 points. And in fifth place on 61 points, we have Estonia, with Hungary, Sweden, the United States, Australia, and France rounding out the top 10. Now, of course, We are only halfway through the voting. There are still 20 juries left to hear from. So if you think you've got it figured out and you think you know who's going to win, hopefully you'll stick with us for round 2 and see whether or not you're right.